Blutzug comes from Blut, meaning blood, and Zutzeln, which means to suck.
Altogether, bloodsucker. This may be the creepiest name on our list so far, and we just got through talking about parasect. The name does feel very fitting for this little bloodthirsty bug.
Blutzug does resemble a vampire with those fangs.
Now on to Omot.
Omot takes the ending of the English word venom and places it before the first part of the German word Motte, which means moth.
Like its English name, it's made up of the word venom and moth. And interestingly, the English name actually contains the German name.
Dicta is the same as it is in Japanese. And dictri combines dick and dri, with dri coming from the German word drei, which means three.
One of my favorite Pokémon, Meowth, has an adorable name in German.
Mauzi is from mauzen, meaning to meow. And the E is to make it sound cuter.
It could also be a combo of Malzen and a common cat name, Mietzi. When I first heard Meowth's German name was Mauzi, I thought it was really funny because it sounds like mousy, which would be an ironic name for a cat Pokémon.
That would truly be a weird choice for a cat Pokémon's name. I'm sure Mauzi would hate it to be nicknamed Mousy. Snobilicat is made up of three words. Snob, nobilis, the Latin word for noble,
and Katze, the German word for cat.
Altogether, Snobilicat.
Enton comes from the German word for duck, Enta.
Not to be confused with the legendary beast Entei.
Yeah, those two Pokemon are as polar opposite as they come.
Entoron uses the Ente, or rather Enton again, but with or squeezed in.
Or being the French word for gold.
So its German name means the same as its Japanese name and English name.
Mankey is the German spelling of its English name.
Rasaf is the German equivalent of its Japanese name, Okorizaru.
Both names basically mean angry monkey.
Raserei is the German word for rage, and Affe means monkey. Fucano is a combo of Funke, spark,
and Canis, Latin for dog. The Cano part could also come from the English word volcano. Arcani sounds close to its English name, and this comes from arcanum, secret, and arcane, as in arcane magic.
And Canis is the same as in Fucano. Quapsel comes from German Kaulquappe, meaning tadpole, and the ending cell
makes it sound cute. Next up, we have one of my favorite Pokemon, Poliwhirl, or as they call it in German, Quapuzzi.
Quapuzzi has the same quap we saw before, which comes from the German word for tadpole. And putzig means cute, which makes it sound cute.
Quapuzzi is a vowel form. Quapo is the same quap we've seen before with the ending O.
The O makes the name sound tougher. This makes sense, considering how Quapo is a fighting type Pokémon. So continuing the pattern of cute sounding names wouldn't be very appropriate.
Next up, we have Abra,
who in German is also Abra.
That makes it easy to remember. Moving on to the next Pokemon, we have Kadabra,
who in German is also Kadabra.
Oh, not much to say here either. The final evolution of this psychic family is Alakazam,
who in German is...
Let me guess. Alakazam?
Nope.
Nope?
Nope. In German, it's known as Simsala.
Huh. Why Simsala?
In German, the magical incantation is not Abracadabra Alakazam, it's Abracadabra Simsalabim.
So it would make more sense for the German audience to call it Zimzala rather than Alakazam.
Yes, and there's a funny playground rumor that existed in the German fan base due to the shortening of Simsalabim. Since the bim was left off of Simsala, the magical phrase Abracadabra Simsalabim was incomplete. This made many fans think there was a secret fourth stage evolution named BIM. But of course that was nothing more than an urban legend, and BIM was nothing more than an idea.
Well, I guess we can nickname our Mega Alakazams BIM, so when Alakazam Mega evolves, we could just pretend that Mega Alakazam is BIM.
I, for my part, will definitely do that.
Macholo combines macho and prol.
Proll is a derogatory term for an uneducated person who does manual labor. This word derives from proletarian.
Macho's German name, Maschok, is a combination of macho and Schock, the German word for shock.
Although Maschok's name might seem as if it's an electric type, it's actually a pure fighting type. But it can learn Thunder Punch.
That way you can shock with your Mashok.
Machomai contains macho, just as we have seen before with its pre-evolved forms.
This time combined with Mai, which derives from Meister, the German word for master.
Some Germans pronounce this name as Machomai to make it sound more like Macholo. But in this case, the first part is actually supposed to be pronounced as Macho. That's because if pronounced correctly, Machomai also sounds the same as the old Greek word for I fight. So it contains another pun.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. When it comes to puns, the more the merrier, I always say.
Knofensa is a combination of Knospe, the German word for bud, and Fensa may derive from Fenchel, meaning fennel.
If you've been following the German etymology series since day one, you might remember us covering Konopse before with Bisockenosp.
Next up, we have Weepinbell, which in German is known as Ultrigaria. This name derives from Ultricularia, a carnivorous plant species.
Its evolved form, Zatzinia, also derives from a pitcher plant species.
In this case, it derives from Sarracenia.
Thank you, German localization team, for teaching us so much about species of pitcher plants.
Tentacha comes from tentakel, the German word for tentacle.
And Schwa, the German word for weak.
And Tentoxa has the same tent as before.
With Toxa from the German word toxisch, the word for toxic.
There you have it. That was a big batch of Pokémon today.
Yeah, there was so much to discuss today. I hope you all had fun and learned something new.
What were some of your favorite names today? Please let us know in the comments below. And if you missed any previous episodes, be sure to check out the playlist link below. And catch you all next time!